We're going to start our regular meeting now. Let me get this back out again. Yep. All right, the notice requirements provided in the Open Public Meetings Act have been satisfied. Notice of this meeting was properly given in the new schedule of meetings with the Spotswood Borough Council on December 30th, 2016. The new schedule was transmitted to the Home News Tribune and the Sentinel. It was filed with the clerk of the Borough of Spotswood and posted in the Spotswood Municipal Building located at 77 Summerhill Road, Spotswood, New Jersey. Please rise. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moment of silence.
Councilman Stolen?
Here.
Councilwoman Rhodes?
Here.
Councilman Malillo?
Here.
Councilman Rivera?
Here.
Council President Ritchie?
Here.
Mayor Sealy?
Here.
We have minutes for February 22nd caucus meeting.
Move the minutes of February 22nd?
Second.
Councilman Stolen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rhodes?
Yes.
Councilman Malillo?
Yes.
Councilman Rivera?
Abstain.
Council President Ritchie?
Yes.
We have minutes for the regular meeting of February 22nd, 2017.
Move the February 22nd
Second.
regular meeting?
Councilman Stolen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rhodes?
Yes.
Councilman Malillo?
Yes.
Councilman Rivera?
Abstain.
Council President Ritchie?
Yes.
We have resolutions under consent agenda. Council President and council members, I'll take a motion to accept the resolutions on the consent agenda, resolutions 2017, there's 51 through 2017, there's 56.
Make a motion to move the resolutions?
Second.
Councilman Stolen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rhodes?
Yes.
Councilman Malillo?
Yes.
Councilman Rivera?
Yes.
Council President Ritchie?
Yes. Mr. Mayor, would you do the honors of the Youth Month?
Yes, we have a proclamation for Youth Art Month. Whereas art education contributes powerful educational benefits to all elementary, middle, and secondary students, and whereas these benefits include developing students' creative problem-solving and critical thinking abilities, teaching sensitivity to beauty, order, and other expressive qualities, giving students a deeper understanding of the multicultural values and beliefs, reinforcing and bringing to life what students learn in other subjects, and interrelating student learning in an art production, art history, art criticism, and aesthetics. And whereas our national leaders have acknowledged the necessity of including arts experiences in all students' education, and whereas support should be given to all art teachers as they attempt to strengthen art education in their schools and communities. Now therefore be resolved that I, Ed Sealy, Mayor of the Borough of Spotswood, in the County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey, together with our Borough Council, do hereby proclaim and recognize that March be observed as Youth Art Month, and urge all citizens to take interest in and give full support to quality school art programs for children and youth. Dated March 6th. Myself, Mayor Ed Sealy, and attested by Patricia Stefano. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Liaisons and department heads. John?
Nothing from them, but I got to say two things. I spoke to Andrew today, and about the television, the council meetings, and had a good discussion with him. And he's going to look into all matters about it, and the so-called cost. Don't get excited. It ain't as much as you think it is. Just got to put the plans out and lay it out to us. The guy knows what he's talking about, and he's a good guy. And I would think I would say he should run it too, in my opinion, because the guy knows what he's doing.
Is this to broadcast the meetings live or to broadcast them
No,
after
put
the
them
fact?
live and then you tape them, like they tape, tape them. Yeah. He's over there, and it was a good discussion. He's going to get back to us about it. If it ain't now, maybe the next 2 meetings or whatever. He's going to find out what this and what that is. And beyond that, it sounds good what he said to me, I got to tell you that. Now, I called Deputy Director Wayne D'Angelo's office. Now, who's doing it? But I know I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to do it. Something's got to be done sooner or later, later than sooner, about that DeVoe Lake. I spoke to them down there over there. Something's got to be done. You know, we got to do something here and there. Throw some dents in this foundation we have here. We got to do something about that. 30 years, 25 years, and this and that. That's all you hear. Let's get a fist into this thing. We got to do it. No matter how. Pressure prevails. Got to put pressure on, and that's what we got to do. Okay, Mr. Mayor? We got to do that.
No problem, John.
I'm with you. All right. That's all I got.
Thank you, John. Kurt?
Okay.
Marge?
I love when John talks. I love how that passion and those expressions he uses. Anyway, we did have another EMS meeting. The EMS committee met this past week. It was very productive. We had Robert Kirsten at the meeting, who is the present EMS director, and the people around the table were able to ask any questions, ask for any information. He is due to give us some more information. Our next meeting has been set for, because of vacations, to the end of March. I think it's
28th.
March 28th at 6:30, and we're requesting that the CFO, Joe Zenga, and Brian Ruiz, who does the billing for EMS, be present at that meeting, and our members will come with any questions they have and listen to what they have to say. So there's been a lot of good work, a lot of good discussion happening around EMS and the services we provide to the residents. So very hopeful that within probably the next 2 months, we'll have a recommendation to forward out to the council and mayor. And I want to thank all of the volunteers who serve on that committee, because there's hours and hours we've spent so far discussing all the issues around and all the information about EMS. So thanks to all my volunteers, and 2 of them are in the audience, and 1 is up here on the dais with me. So thanks for that. And the March issue of the Senior Center newsletter is just fabulous. It starts off with a beautiful Irish saying, and a message from our mayor, and just put together very nicely. Dawn, if you could express my appreciation to Beth Blatt, the acting Senior Center Director, for the good job she did with that. And there's a lot of great activities going on. In fact, you know, the taxes, you can go to the Senior Center to get your taxes done, get some Zumba, get counseling about issues that you have in your life. There's lots of good services, and I would encourage everyone 55 and older or who are disabled in our community to take advantage of those services down there. And that's it for me.
Thank you, Marge. Jose?
I have a question for the mayor and the BA. What's going on with the fire inspector? Are we hiring one, or
Are we hiring one, or you mean a fire inspector or assistant?
an assistant?
We're currently looking at his application, yes.
Okay. I was wondering, because the one quit, or resigned. So we're trying to see
We're
if,
making the decision soon.
okay.
How many positions are there in that? It's just,
I believe 3, right, Jose?
Yeah.
okay.
One is uniform construction, and the others are uniform fire code.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Yep, that's it.
Dawn? Nothing?
This evening.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, I do have something to say this evening. We're going to have another change in EMS. Apparently, our current director, Mr. Robert Kirsten, has turned in his resignation. He has about 2 weeks, I believe he gave us. And we already have the spot filled by Mr. Dave Nichols, who's a supervisor. He'll be doing acting director/supervisor duties. It's stipend for less than the director cost. And we have pretty good faith in him. I met with him the other day, so I met with him today to discuss it. And I think it's a good move, and I wish Mr. Kirsten all the best in the world. He didn't really give too many reasons other than his workload was a little too heavy, and he thought he might want to move on so we could be better suited. And that's all I got right now.
Can I ask, our RFP has gone out,
Yes.
and how much interest have we had?
I believe there's about 7 that have picked up. 7? Yes.
Has anything come back yet?
No, they're not due back until March 21st.
Okay. All right, at this time, we're going to open the meeting up to the public. You're welcome to come up here and discuss anything that's on your mind. Just please state your name and where you're from. Is there a motion to open it to the public?
Motion to open to the public.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The dais is yours.
So you're starting to move, Brian. I don't know what happened there. Get stuck in second gear or something.
Native. Brian Engstrom, 188 Manalapan Road. Just have a question for you on the last meeting's resolution with Helmetta for garbage pickup. Did anybody do a cost analysis on that to find out how much we actually spend to do that garbage pickup?
Dawn?
It's about $930 a week. That's what we're charging them.
We did a cost analysis. Unfortunately, the paperwork for that is upstairs.
But I mean, are we making any money?
We're basically breaking even
Luckily,
at year 4.
at year 4, not
At year
now.
4.
Not now. So it's costing taxpayer money for us to do Helmetta this year.
They haven't had a significant increase in years.
Doesn't matter to me.
And we have brought it up to where we're breaking even
In the
at
fourth year.
4.
Yeah,
It was
so
too
for
much.
61,000, we're breaking even right now, we're losing 13,000.
They could
That-
not afford,
Well, it's
Yeah.
not our problem.
so we brought it up gradually over the 4 years.
Now, what about, does that include bulk pickup?
Yes.
Does that include metal pickup?
No, I don't believe so.
Because our borough workers are doing metal pickup now,
Yes.
not the part-timers or the little guys we had. Andy's gone and all that.
There's 2 left.
Yeah, but they're not doing much.
No.
We have some borough workers doing it now, right?
Borough is subsidizing, yes.
Okay.
DPW.
Okay, so does that include bulk pickup also? As far as that 48,000?
Yes.
So we're really taking one, basically.
Taking, meaning-
We're taking it. The taxpayer in Spotswood is taking up the difference.
Yes.
Okay,
The
that's all I
loss in
want.
revenue, though, would be,
Well, you're not losing, you're losing revenue by doing it,
right.
is what you're losing.
But if we were to tell them that either you pay your 61,000 or go elsewhere,
They're going to go elsewhere,
and then,
but it won't cost us 13,000 a year.
but then we're going to lose the 48,000 that we're
Well,
getting.
You're not losing anything. You're losing.
Brian,
you're-
then you have impact on employee hours.
Yes.
Okay?
We've got,
We got other things they can do, really. I mean, really. 3 guys on a truck for 1 day a week to do a Helmetta. We got other things they can
do
do.
other things at the end of
Oh,
the
I know
day.
that.
Absolutely.
I know. But I mean, our public works are shorthanded anyway, really, when you think about it. There's not a whole lot of guys compared to what there used to be. You know, so basically it's costing the town $13,000 a year to do the garbage.
Helmetta's been costing Spotswood money for years between the Board of
You're
Education.
in business.
Sorry?
You're in business, right?
I understand.
When's
but
the
I'm
last
saying-
time you did something for somebody and cost you money? How long do you last?
I understand your point. What I'm saying is Helmetta's been costing us money for years. At this point, we brought the dispatch services up to a level of nearly break even or break even now.
Break even, you can't break even.
It's above break even now?
Dispatch service.
Okay, the dispatch services. It's just been a slow-moving process to get them to the point where it's not costing anybody here any money.
Yeah, but we're talking 4 years before we're breaking even now.
Yeah,
How long will you stay in business if you break even for 4 years? Not long,
I
huh?
understand.
There you go. It's a business. Run it like one.
Unfortunately, if we try to do that, Brian, what's going to end up happening is we're going to shoot a $48,000 hole in
Not
in the
losing
budget.
anything by losing $48,000 a year. You're costing $13,000.
I understand
Don't look
what you're
at it
saying.
as losing 48. You're costing 13. You can't do that in business either, neither can I.
I understand exactly what you're saying.
Well, I shouldn't have to subsidize Helmetta's garbage pickup, and you shouldn't either. Nobody here should. At least break even, at least, without any breakdowns. You have a major breakdown in that garbage truck, you're going to be eating more. You can't break even. You can't do it. Run it like a business, that's all I'm telling you. You're in business, you know.
Jackie Palmer, 9 Chupin Street. To follow up on Brian's comment, what is the actual, so we're saying that we have above break even on the dispatch services. We're taking a hit on the garbage services. What other services do we provide to Helmetta? And what's the actual total cost basis that it's costing the Spotswood taxpayers to service Helmetta?
Night coverage,
EMS, we could
police,
provide to
and
them as
EMS.
well.
EMS coverage, that's it. Right?
But we charge them free EMS coverage, and they pay for that.
15,000.
Yes, but we hard bill them.
No, actually, we used to hard bill them.
We changed that
Once they got the
again
contract, we changed it to soft billing
this go around.
last year. Their contract's currently expired for EMS.
And we're month to month
Yes,
with them. And they're paying $15,000 a year, or are they paying a month?
15,000 a year. They have not been billed for 2017 yet. Because again, we don't know what direction we're going in yet.
So what's the cost basis is the question. So for making a little bit of money on dispatch service, let's call EMS even because it's kind of included in the dispatch service. We bill them, we bill the insurance company, and we get some money back from that. And we're taking a hit on the garbage. So what's the actual? So Brian was saying we're taking a $13,000 a year hit or so. Is it that much, or is it less because we're making money off the dispatch?
Again, we had the Helmetta contract last meeting. All of my documentation is upstairs. I'm happy to contact anyone who has questions once I have the documentation in front of me. I don't want to give misinformation.
Either that or we'll have that answer for you next meeting,
That would be perfect.
exact numbers.
Thank you. The other question I have, since the budget hearing, or the budget workshop that we did last week, how come we don't videotape that for the public to see since it's an open public meeting?
Didn't really give that any consideration.
I mean,
Our council meetings,
there was like 3 of us here that came, but something like that where you guys were discussing exactly, I mean, we didn't have the paperwork that you had, but there was a full discussion about every line item that goes into the budget. That's something that's the public should hear.
certainly something we can do in the future.
I mean, I would definitely suggest that, because I was actually surprised that it
Jackie,
wasn't.
but you know you came up to me after that meeting with questions because you did not have the documentation. So you can imagine somebody at home, you know, we talked about the different lines, right? Each department's got a separate line, and each year, going back several years, we look at those figures. It's very confusing if you don't have the paperwork in front of you, and we can't supply the paperwork to everybody in town. If they're interested, it's publicly publicized. It's, you know, we encourage people to come in. Having you there was great. Over the years, we've always had a few that are really interested that do come. But to publicize something where it's all one-sided with the information is really tough.
But it's not, but it's a discussion that people should hear, because once you go to once it becomes on the agenda and stuff, there's no determination. And the reason I know this is because I was sick last year during my ability to question what was happening with the budget. And I was told that very clearly that I wasn't here. But if people can't come, or at least it's informational. So I'm suggesting that any public meeting that we have, any public meeting that we have with council where there's a discussion that would be beneficial to the public to know, we should be recording it.
I'm sure nobody has any objection to that.
Now, the other thing I would say is that we do publicize the public hearing, the budget hearing here too. So we have information at that point available for people to actually look at also and ask questions at that public meeting for the budget. So that's another opportunity to ask questions about the budget.
Okay, thanks.
Anyone else?
Make a motion to close the public hearing?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Our next council meeting will be Monday, March 20th, 7:30 PM. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
First to
To
adjourn.
adjourn.
All in
Second.
favor?
Okay, aye.